Facebook, do's and don'ts. I think this is going to probably answer a lot of your questions. We started with the unboxing because that is the shiny new object when it comes to growing your business. And I said launching with an unboxing video. So it's the perfect way to launch not just your Tupperware business, but anything new product, new promotions, new host, rewards. But of course, you don't want to overdo it. And so we're really going to take a deep dive into how you want to use your personal profile. Make those 3 C's work for you so that your friends are not running, hiding, blocking. And it quickly turns into, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I'm launching my Tupperware business, to hearing crickets on every single post. We don't want that to happen to you, right? The struggle is real. So let me know right now in the chat or the comments on Facebook, how are you feeling right now about your personal profile? Are you getting engagement? Is it crickets? Are you like just stuck and don't know what to post? Let me know how you're feeling about it. I'm going to actually show examples for you. So we're going to make this really relevant and meaningful for you so that you'll see examples of what I post. Everything I post is intentional. And what we're seeing now as a trend are people are using their timeline less, posting less in their timeline. This is true for both Facebook and Instagram, so that it is more meaningful, kind of saving the good stuff for your timeline. And then using stories, Facebook and Instagram stories, to tell the story of your everyday life. And so for those of you that are my friend, my Facebook friend, you'll notice I don't post every day. But when I do, I make sure I fire it up and I am using it with those 3 C's in mind. Is it captivating? Is it going to build connections? And well, I'm not really using it to convert because I'm not in direct selling right now. But if I was, and I was 4 years ago, that's exactly how I was using it. And I was booking parties and recruiting without hardly ever posting about my direct sales business. And I'm going to show you all the tricks of how you can do it too. So let me set up our screen share again. And where is it? Here we go. Oh, I have to, hold on. I have to move our little thumbnails are hiding it. Okay, there we go. Facebook do's and don'ts. We don't want you to, be hidden or blocked or land in Facebook jail. And you might have heard, for those of you that follow social media, that TikTok has recently changed their guidelines and have now stated very clearly that people that are in MLM type businesses are banned from the platform. So TikTok is the really first social media platform to kind of draw the line in the sand and say, we're tired. We're tired of direct sellers posting over marketing, posting too many marketing messages, and spamming friends and family. So this is really important, even more now, because we're kind of keeping an eye now. Is Facebook going to do the same thing? And Facebook owns Instagram. Are they going to do the same thing? And so, it's kind of like we're in our industry that we're a little bit on alert right now to really follow best practices. And for those of you that have been, part of my training over the last 4 or 5 years, I've been teaching this from the beginning. And so this is nothing new for those of you that have been following my training. It really kind of is the voice of reason, is what I like to call it. So let's jump right in. Here's a fun fact. Facebook is the world's third most visited website. I mentioned there's 2 billion users. So yes, Facebook is still relevant. Let me know if you can guess what number 1 and number 2 are. Put your guesses in the chat and in the comments, and I'll come back in a minute or two to tell you what they are. So yes, still relevant as of today. As I said, they do own Instagram. Instagram is definitely a younger market. If you want to attract the under 35 crowd, then you definitely want to have a presence on Instagram. And some of you might have your that might be your primary social media platform. So we're really seeing, especially with the update of Facebook, we're really seeing the 2 platforms almost become one. If you have a business page, you can actually schedule, you can link your accounts, you can schedule to both Facebook and Instagram right from the app, from your, what is now called Business Suite. So we're really seeing a merging of Facebook and Instagram. So many things that are true for Facebook are also true for Instagram. So it's important to know Facebook terms. So when you create a Facebook account, and for those of you, you might have created that years ago, you checked the box and agreed to these terms. And these are the 3 most important terms that you need to know. And this is relating to your personal profile. The first is that you will use the same name on Facebook that you use in everyday life. And what I mean by that is, don't use your personal name to promote your Tupperware business. So sometimes we'll see people insert the name of their direct sales company like in their middle name or in their last name. Like, my name is Lynn Bardowski Tupperware, right? Or Lynn Tupperware. That is in violation of Facebook's terms. You don't want to do that. You can only create 1 account. You can only have 1 account on Facebook. If you have more than 1 and somebody reports you for that, they could shut you down completely, block you permanently from ever being on Facebook again. So only 1 personal account. From that personal account, you can then create unlimited groups and business pages. So everything starts with your personal accounts, your profile. From there, you create your groups and your pages. And then the third thing you need to know, that you said, yes, I will abide by these terms, is that you will only use your timeline for personal purposes. And that's why, if you want to have a presence on Facebook, a place to really just market your business, that's what pages are for. Business pages. You're using your timeline for personal purposes. And that's why an unboxing would be fun for your personal profile, because it is more personal, right? It's just authentic. It's you opening a box and sharing that real-time reaction to what's in the box. That being said, your personal profile is not the place to post anything that looks like a marketing message, whether it's a graphic of a promotion, a host reward, whatever it is. You shouldn't have anything with prices on it or multiple photos. And I'll get, take a deeper dive into that. Now, the 2 top platforms on Facebook to answer that question for you. Number 1 is Google, and number 2 is YouTube. And if you didn't know, Google owns YouTube. So Facebook owns Instagram, Google owns YouTube. Okay, here is just a simple rule that I created to really help you think before you post and say, does this belong on Facebook? So if it looks like an ad, and if it sounds like an ad, it does not belong on Facebook. It actually doesn't belong on Instagram either. And so it really, that is not captivating, it's not connecting, and it definitely will not help you convert. And you probably have noticed, if you ever have posted things that look like ads, whether it's, the current host program, or maybe the modular mates promotion, you probably get zero interaction on that, right? And that's for two reasons. People don't want to see those marketing messages in their news feed. So Facebook's not showing it to anybody, right? And there's no engagement. So then you're really not going to have anybody see it. The more engagement, the more people that Facebook shows your content to, because the algorithm is tuning in and saying, oh, people really like this, we're going to show it to more people. So initially, when you post something, Facebook might show it to the top people that are typically interacting with your content. That's how it works. If they don't interact with it, the people that typically like and comment, then it's dead in the water, because the algorithm is saying, of course, it's not saying this, but it's a computer program. And it is, it's like, read the room. If your top people that typically comment and interact on your profile, if they're not interacting, why would we want to show this to even more people, right? And so, really think about what you've been posting. The more you're getting more engagement, the more and more people you're going to reach. The less you're getting engagement, the less people you're going to reach. That's kind of the thumbnail version. So, but looks like an ad and sounds like an ad, it does not belong on Facebook. Now, that being said, let's say you are sharing an authentic photo. Maybe you are sharing a picture of your pantry, and the pantry, you could even do a before and after. People love those, of the makeover that you did, either for you or for a customer, with those modular mates. We'll just keep using them because they're on sale, right? That would be very meaningful. People love before and afters when it comes to their home and making over new areas. You could then put the flyer looking graphic that has that sale in the comments. So just like I said, use the comments for links. You can also use the comments, because the algorithm isn't worried about that. Use the comments to put that relevant information, so that you are still focusing on the 3 C's: captivating, connecting, and then converting in the comments, and then taking it over even to Messenger. All right. Don't be that direct seller. So these are my top 6 Facebook don'ts. And at the very top, the first block is spamming friends. Your friends became your friends because they want to connect with you. They want to see pictures of your puppies, your family, what you're doing on vacation. They didn't become friends with you to see a marketing message, right? And so, if you've been posting a lot about your Tupperware business and sharing those ad looking graphics, or just post after post after post about Tupperware, odds are those posts are getting fewer and fewer and fewer engagement. And so less and less people are seeing them, and your Facebook friends might even start hiding you because they're done. They're just done seeing all your post about Tupperware. So the simple rule, it's called the 80-20 rule. You might have heard about this before. And it's to look at your last 10 posts. Only 2 should be about your Tupperware business. So 2 out of 10, 20%. If you're seeing that, oh my gosh, I have been posting a lot, like maybe you didn't even realize it, because I know you're excited about your business. It's hard not to, right? But there's ways that you can talk about your business and build those connections. People buy from you ultimately because they know, like, and trust you. Think about the people you do business with. It's not because they threw their business in your face. It's because you like them. And so they're the person you think of. And you're like, yeah, I do want to give them my business. And so you want to create that curiosity. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that to draw people in so they want to learn more instead of them feeling like you're kind of throwing up on them about Tupperware. So if you're finding that, oh my gosh, my last, of my last 10 posts, maybe 6 were about my Tupperware business, then go back and delete, start new for the new year, because you don't want to suddenly get a new connection, a new friend request. And they're like, oh, let me check her out. Let me see what she's about. And they start scrolling through your feed and it's post after post after post of marketing message. They're gone. They're like, oh, unfriend. It's too much. She's just got to be that spammy direct seller, right? So go back and kind of clean up your own profile if you didn't know this and you're like, oh my gosh, I think she's talking about me. Start fresh. It's a new year. You can always delete. Number 2, graphics that look like ads. And I, mentioned that those flyers that are provided to you are not provided to you to post on social media. Anything that looks like a graphic that looks like an ad screams marketing message. It is not social friendly at all. And so, use those as follow-up, draw people in, and they want to learn more. They want to get more information. Maybe you're sending that in a text message or sending it in Messenger, or saying, replying back and letting them know you'll put the information in the comments. But it should never be a post on Facebook or Instagram. And as I said, we'll be giving you some examples. Asking for favors. These are like all my pet peeves, actually. We see this a lot on social media. Direct sellers asking for favors. So it could sound something like, I just need 3 more people to buy this month to reach my goal. Or, only need to recruit 1 more consultant and I'll earn the trip. Can you help me out? So favors make you look desperate. Ultimately, it ruins the people that you're trying to attract, even if it worked for a short period of time. And sometimes that's why people do it. It's like, oh, I said that I only needed, $500 in sales to meet my goal. And people were like, I'll buy, I'll buy, I'll buy, I'll buy. So it looks like it's working. But what is the perception? That's what you want to think about. What are people thinking about that maybe have been creeping, which people do, on your profile, knowing you start at Tupperware, thinking, I might be thinking about doing that. I'm going to just wait and see how she does or see how he does. This is what people do, right? They're waiting to see how you do before they take the leap. And if you're posting that you're desperate and you're asking for favors, what's the perception? It's not working, right? That, oh my gosh, she needs to ask for a favor, or he needs to ask for a favor. It's obviously not sustainable. I'm not going to do it. Forget it. And so instead of attracting business builders, because success does breed success when you're telling your story about what's great going on in your business, and maybe your post is, I almost gave up. I was, $500 away from reaching my goal, but I stuck with it. I almost quit. I almost gave up, and I did it. Thanks to everybody. And, thanks to my customers, we crossed the finish line together. So it's that inspiring message of how you didn't give up instead of the message that I need a favor. And then copy paste verbiage. So really the internet in general does not like copy paste content of any kind. So that's why you want to be authentic and you want to speak in your own voice. This is the connection part of the 3 C's. Humans connect with humans. And so this is where you're showing your personality. And really helping people get to know you, getting to know who you are as a person. You know, are you funny? Are you serious? Are you inspiring? Are you motivating? Are you sarcastic? You know, it's all good. You know, you have to be yourself. You do you. When verbiage is copy pasted, people can tell. And that's true for both a post and especially in Facebook Messenger. You know, how many of you have received a Facebook party invitation that was copy pasted? I even had somebody copy paste and forgot to change the name. And so it had somebody else's name on it. It's like, oh, this is so bad, right? So you have to keep it personal, and it does take more work. Copy paste is easy, but it doesn't work. People can tell it's not your voice, it's not in your own words. And so while somebody's post might inspire you, I encourage you to put it in your own words and never just copy paste or ask somebody for their exact verbiage. The other reason this is a Facebook don't is because when people start copy pasting verbiage and graphics, you can quickly land in Facebook jail. For that exact reason, the algorithm does not like copy paste content. It knows when graphics are being used over and over and over again. And I've actually worked with companies where the entire company landed in Facebook jail because it was a conference and they had a graphic to go with the promotion, and every consultant posted the same graphic. And they were all blocked within minutes of doing it. So the internet likes original content. Be original. You're much better off taking your own phone out, taking a selfie, taking a picture of your own pantry, doing an unboxing, than borrowing somebody else's graphic. Now, you know, your customers are a great resource for content for you, as are your parties, especially when we can get back and doing them in person again. For me, every in-home party was a content creation opportunity. And I would use that to take lots of pictures. Not that I was posting them, but using them for the future for things when I wanted original content. Number 5, hey messages. This is another one. How many of you have gotten a message from somebody? Maybe you just became their Facebook friend, and 2 seconds later, there's a message and it says, hey, or hey there. You're like, hey, I got a new friend. And then they pitch you. You're like, oh, I thought she just wanted to be my friend. She's just trying to pitch me products, right? So when you do make those new Facebook friends, don't send them a message asking them to come to a party or inviting them to request to join your Facebook group or letting them know about a Tupperware promotion. Do the work to build the relationship and let them come to you. And then last, promotional comments. And another big Facebook don't is to use other people's posts to promote your business. So while you might see somebody posting something and you know, oh my gosh, I've got the perfect solution, and you comment and maybe even share a link, right? That makes you look super spammy. You know, instead, you know, comment not about your Tupperware business, join the conversation to create that curiosity so that people follow the trail. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you how to do. Leave a little trail of breadcrumbs so that you're drawing people in. You might hear the words attraction marketing, and really all it is being authentic and drawing people in to want to learn more about you, but then making sure when they do, you have everything there so that they know who you are, what you do, and they can take action with you. And you don't need to use your personal timeline to make that happen. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, just because you see someone else doing it, whatever it is, doesn't mean it's right. So listen to your gut. And as I said, you might see people posting things and think, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I'm going to do that too. And it's typically, some of the things I've seen are, one example, and I'm sure you've seen this, is, hey friends, can I post about my business on your personal timeline? Asking friends if you can go to their timeline and post about your Tupperware business. That does not work. It makes you look like a spammer. It will get you blocked and unfriended as faster as you can say the words unfriend. Another one are those long threads when people post, hey, let's support each other. If you're in direct selling, share your link under this post. Your friends don't want to see that. That really works. And I've actually had somebody do that, and they ended up having a person that they were working with to recruit joined another company because somebody posted underneath that post and they were like, oh, I think I'm going to do that instead. So, keep in mind, it's called social media. So either use a business page if you want to use it for more marketing, or go to a Facebook group that is specifically about maybe vendor events. That's where it would be, appropriate to talk about anything where you want to find other businesses that you can network with and connect to. So listen to your own gut. Many times, it looks like it's working. It might look like a great idea, but kind of think to yourself, how would I feel if I saw this in my news feed? Is it following Lynn's 3 C's? Is it captivating? Is it going to build a connection? And is it going to help me convert? If it doesn't, just don't do it. All right, here are the do's. So do pique curiosity and attract interest, right? You want to draw people in. It's like a bee to a flower. You want to be the flower so that people are asking you about your business. And I'm going to show you how I've done this on my profile to give you an example. But it starts with your profile photo. That profile photo could be your little attraction magnet when it's done well. You really want to stand out in the feed. Remember, it's this big. Most people are not going to your personal profile when they're interacting with your content. They're seeing it scrolling the news feed, right? So it on a phone. Most people are on Facebook. Over 90% of the people are on their phone. It's this tiny, super, super small. So that's why you always want to use a headshot. You want to be smiling. You want to smile with your eyes. Here's an example. I call it the squinch. Squinch your eyes. So you look super happy. So that people see you and they're like, oh, she's somebody that I need to find out more about. And you let me know right now, has this happened to you? Have you scrolled, or maybe it was even in a Facebook group, and it was somebody's profile photo that attracted you to actually want to follow that trail, click on it, and learn more about them? You're like, I think she's somebody I'd like to get to know. Let me find out what she's about. And you go over and you check out their personal profile. I know I've done it. Let me know, yes or no, have you done it? And so that's why you don't want to include photos of your family in your profile photo because it's tiny and you want to draw people in. The human face is exactly what attracts people to you. They say it takes seconds before people decide they want to do business with you. And it's built into our DNA. That's why babies coo when we make all those crazy faces and we talk to them, because it's in our DNA to be attracted to the human face. So stand out, attract interest, headshot, just you, no furry friends, no babies, no, big family photos, just you. Next is your cover photo. Now that is where you can put your family photo. Your cover photo is a great place to tell your story, to tell a little bit about more who you're about. Remember, your profile photo and your cover photo are public. So even if your page is friends or friends of friends, people can still see this when they're checking you out and wanting to learn more about you. And so it can really be a great way to tell your story. Maybe you started Tupperware because you wanted to have more time with your family. And so your cover photo might be exactly that. You with your family, maybe together, doing something you love, playing in the backyard, on vacation, whatever communicates that story. It should not be pictures of your Tupperware product or anything about your Tupperware business. It should be about you and your story. The intro section is the section underneath your profile photo. I'll show you in a second where to find all these things. And it is one of the sections that most people don't fill out, but it is really important if you want to attract more people to your business. And so it really is where you tell the world who you are and what you do in, two lines of content. I'll show you exactly what mine says. And I've actually had people join my direct sales team because of what was in my intro section. They said they decided that they wanted to be sponsored or recruited by me because of exactly what I had in there. So, people are much more savvy today and more educated than ever before about you and your products. And somebody might wake up today and decide that they want to start Tupperware. And so they're going to start Googling and they're going to really, kind of date without you knowing. They're going to, check out your social profile and they're going to pick who they want to be recruited by based on what you have on your Facebook profile and you don't even know it. And so I'll show an example of exactly how to do this. Then you have the About section. Now, the About section is where you have a place to put a link to your website. This is where you can make it really easy for people to do business with you. When they follow that little trail of breadcrumbs, you pique their curiosity, and they might even just shop your website. And you could convert somebody literally from profile photo to cover photo to shopping that quickly when it's really done well. So make it easy to do business with you. Make sure your website link is there. If you have a business page, make sure you've connected your business page there so they can learn a little bit more about your Tupperware business. And I will tell you, the biggest mistake people make is they link to another Tupperware page or Tupperware corporate. I would say probably 60% of the direct sellers I work with are sending their Facebook friends to somebody else's page unknowingly. So make sure it's your page and you just type it in and it auto populates there. You can also link to your other social profiles. So that's where people can follow the trail and maybe, go over to your Instagram or your YouTube channel or both. And then featured photos, I have a fun idea. I'm going to show you how to use your featured photos to build your community. Your featured photos, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, is that grid of 9 photos. If you're on mobile phone, it shows up on the left side underneath your profile. Again, here it is. This is what mine looks like. This would normally be a grid of 9 photos. Mine is 1 photo, and you can see how it fills the whole box there, nice and big. And I'm going to show you how to use that to build your community and grow your Facebook group. We're going to put a little baby lead funnel in there for you. And then your timeline. So I mentioned the trend now is to post less. on your timeline, make those posts more meaningful, and really fire up your interaction and engagement on one really great post instead of, posting 5 things in the day, and really use that to inspire, to educate, to entertain. That's why people are on social media, right? They want to be entertained. They would much rather see a cat gif at the end of the day than a pitch about a direct sales business. And then use your stories, your Facebook, your Instagram stories for more of those day in the life where you could post 3 or 5 or even 7 times throughout the day. So really be intentional and ask yourself, is this captivating? Is it going to make a connection? Is it going to ultimately convert? If not, save it for another day. Now, here's an example. This is my personal profile. I actually just recently changed my photo. There's a whole backstory with that you don't need to know, but I have a new profile photo. Whenever you are changing your profile photo, well, 2 things happen. It gets you a ton of engagement. You might have noticed that anytime you change your photo, all of a sudden, people are commenting on it. Well, what does that tell you? That's what people want to see in their newsfeed, your selfie. And they're telling you how gorgeous you are, and they love the photo, and you'll probably get more comments than anything else on a profile photo change. But make sure you also change it on your other social sites. So if you're on Facebook and Instagram, make sure it's the same exact photo. That's how you build the know, like, and trust factor. And you have that instant recognition. So if people do look for you on Instagram, they see the same photo and they go, oh yeah, that is her. There's many times when I'll find somebody on Instagram, it's a completely different photo and I can't even tell, and a completely different name. And I can't even tell who they are. So that will help you build your social sites when you have that consistency. So there's the cover photo. Now, of course, I kind of chopped off my kids' heads for this example, but it is my family, our family, I should say. Bill and I have been married 37 years. We are now a family of 10. We were a family of 4 just 5 years ago. And now we have 2 granddaughters and 2 grandsons. The latest, our latest grandson was just born in March, right when, the world got crazy. So we just love to count our blessings. We love our life at the Jersey Shore. And that is really telling my story. There we are at the Jersey Shore. The words behind us, you can't see because I cut that off to show you a little bit more here. And it really is, that's my life right there. And then there's my profile photo. I have updated that, so you'll see that if you want to check that out. But that's what I'm talking about. It is, my headshot, not a whole lot going on there, not very busy. It really stands out. It fills that circle, right? You want to make sure your hat is filling that circle because it's this big. So people can see it. My eyes are squinched, right? I'm big smiles. And so that's what's going to attract people to you. Humans are attracted naturally in our DNA to the human face. Make sure people can see yours. Right under that is my name, Lynn Bardowski. That's my name in real life. That is my Facebook name. And then there's my introduction right underneath my name. So you might have that filled out. You might not. You might feel like you want to change it. That's not where you put website links. It's not where you put marketing messages. It's where you tell people who you are and not just what you do, but who you serve, who you are and who you serve, who you help. And so, and you can see there's not a whole lot of place to do that. So here I'm telling them I'm a mom, I'm a Grammy. I love being a Grammy. And I'm a Jersey girl. I'm a proud Jersey girl who loves empowering women to stop overthinking so they can start doing. That's who I serve. That's who I help. And so that's a lead funnel right there. I am attracting the exact person who connects with that message that says, yeah, that's the person that I know can help me. That's who I want to be recruited by. If it's your message about who you want to help, or maybe that's who I want to be my Tupperware consultant. So it's not that you're selling Tupperware, it's because you sell Tupperware, who are you helping? Who are you serving? And then right underneath that, you see it says, of course, add story. That's where you would add a Facebook story. And then I've connected my business page. And I even put a call to action in there. So when you add your business page in that about section, you can type in whatever you want it to say in front of your business page. It'll, options are like self-employed, CEO. So I actually put a call to action in there. Follow my page for biz tips and inspiration. And then they can click on that and head right over to my business page. I also have my Instagram on there. There's a little Instagram icon at $1 Million Party Girl. So people can also go right to there, click on it, and be over in my Instagram. Now, here's the little lead funnel for your Facebook group. Here's how you funnel friends to your group. So instead of 9 photos in the featured photos, so now we're just scrolling down. You can see there's my YouTube channel, my Twitter. I've got my link to my Amazon author page there, my $1 Million Party Girl website, like all the links people need to know to do business with me are in that about section. And that's how you can really use your profile to put it to work for you. So you don't have to be posting about your Tupperware business and sharing links in your timeline because it's there already. It's there for people to just click on and go to and get what they need to go. And so I just have one photo in that featured photo section because it fills the box, right? Those 9 photos are so tiny. Most people rarely even click on them because they really are not captivating. It's really even hard to see many times what they're about. And then I just added a little call to action. I just put a little button on there that says learn more. So when people click on the photo, this is a little trick, it opens to the photo description. So make sure when you upload a photo, just edit it, and you could just put a little call to action to request to join your Facebook group to learn more about whatever you have happening over there. Maybe they're getting recipes, tips, kitchen hacks, cooking classes, all those things that add value for your community. You could be communicating right here and creating a little lead funnel, funneling people from your profile over to your Facebook group where you can build a much deeper connection. It's my little trick. And it works, by the way. All right, so I promised you some examples. So here's some examples from my personal profile. And once you figure out how to feed the algorithm exactly what it wants, you'll be able to do it anytime you want. And that's exactly what I do. So I posted yesterday something that I thought would be meaningful for my Facebook friends because it was how I was feeling after the crazy week that we had last week. And I'm thinking, other people are probably feeling that way too. And that post already had over 125 comments. And it's just like, we're just all kind of giving each other a big hug after the week that we had last week. So the first one, now this is a selfie of my daughter and I who recently started indirect selling last fall. And so I hosted a party for her. I was one of her first hosts because I'm her mom and that's what moms do. Now I could have shared a link to her Facebook group. I could have done all of those spammy things with links and pictures of her products and a flyer of their sales and promotions. I did none of them. I went back and I found a picture of the two of us, a selfie That's what's captivating, right? It could be nothing about what you have going on. If it's a selfie, people will click on it. And it says, exciting news. My daughter is following in her mama's footsteps. Alyssa is launching an online gift boutique, and I'm hosting a virtual party, speaking in my own words, to help her kick it off. Comment if you want an invite. And I added, I'll share a sneak peek below. I use the comments to upload a graphic, and that graphic is what looked more like the marketing message, right? It was like a picture of customer specials or something. I don't even remember what it was, but you know, one of the corporate graphics went in the comments. Okay, there's a little secret here. And then I even added some hashtags, hashtag proud mom, hashtag boss tricks, hashtag women supporting women. Well, I was blown. I thought, well, maybe we'll get like 10 extra people that want to come to her party so I can support her. 205 comments later, people asking me to get an invitation to her launch party. I didn't mention it was a group. I didn't share a group link. None of that. I drew people in with curiosity, a captivating photo, and then we convert it by sharing the link to the group for the people that asked for it. And then she had over $1,000 launch party with 3 new parties booked. Had never done a party ever before in her entire life. That's how you do it. The middle photo, that's actually my new Facebook photo. And it is living the hat life with fake pony. This is a wig. That's a fake ponytail till my hair grows back. So that's my backstory. I went through chemo pretty much through the entire pandemic of 2020. And I'm now in remission. Yay! But I am bald. There's nothing going on under here. So I decided, that photo that I had is no longer relevant because I don't look like that anymore. So that's when you need to change your photo. If your photo does not look like you anymore, it's time to change it. So, I'm wearing hats all the time, and that's like a little fake ponytail that, we digress. But anyway, I updated it, but I asked a question. So I could have just said that. All right. But by asking what you think, that's all I did to change that from captivating, right? Step 1 to now we're also connecting because I asked a question. So always, 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 unless it's a super cute baby photo or puppy, ask a question. So by asking what you think, 355 people commented. Now, because 355 people commented, Facebook is loving me, right? It's like, oh, this girl is really creating content that people are connecting, that's creating conversations, they're loving it. So if I was in direct selling and my next post was my unboxing video, unboxing something fun, I would have blown it up because all of these people that I'm interacting with would have been able to see that in their news feed. Facebook would be showing them my content because they're interacting with other content. So if you've got something coming up and you know that you want to really maximize your reach and the amount of people that see it, don't post anything about your Tupperware business for the week before, or even 2 weeks before, and just post fun photos, selfies, things that connect, are meaningful or relevant. That's how you're going to make sure everybody sees the posts when you do post about your Tupperware business. And then this last one was asking for advice. And we know your Facebook friends love to give advice. It's a great way to fire up your engagement. And it was over the summer. This had 91 comments asking people how I can get hummingbirds to come to my hummingbird feeder. And we had tons of interaction. And it was like a month later, I finally got hummingbirds. Everybody giving me advice on what to do to attract hummingbirds to my feeder. We had like great conversation, really deep connection. And I found all these people that were into hummingbirds that I didn't even know. They were posting photos of their feeders. It went on and on. And that's why people buy from you, because they have that connection, they have that shared interest, and they'll book parties with you and you won't even be asking them. I've actually had people say to me, message me, that they love seeing my post in my news feed, in their news feed, and can they book a party with me? That's what was happening when I was in direct selling. I was attracting people and they were asking me. And that's exactly what you want to happen for you. So hopefully this gives you ideas on how you can change your content to be more intentional, focus on those 3 C's, and always ask a question to build that deeper connection. All right, here's some post ideas on how to attract more curiosity without being salesy or spammy. Talk about an obstacle you overcame. You don't even have to mention the word Tupperware. People will ask you. Wouldn't you love that to happen? There's so many things that you're doing to break your comfort zones that could just be part of your story that you could share and inspire people. Progress or a goal achieved. Your work from home life, you have what everybody wants right now: the freedom, the flexibility, the opportunity to work from home and live your dreams. So tell that story through social media. A team milestone or recognition, celebrate success. Remember, that's how you're going to attract more business builders, because trust me, your Facebook friends are watching. The unboxing, we already talked about that, unboxing or reveal. A customer testimonial, let your customers do your marketing for you so that you're not blasting out marketing messages. Instead, you're sharing how you're solving problems, helping people, and their story of the impact you're making in their life. Asking for feedback or advice. It doesn't really have to do anything with Tupperware product. I used to, I've even done this as a speaker. I'll show 2 different outfits and ask for advice on which should I wear, the pink dress or the black dress, and gets tons of engagement. And also have converted with that, with people saying, oh, we're looking for a speaker for our conference, and actually getting business just simply by asking for advice like that. And of course, family time. People love seeing those family photos. And that was the photo that I posted yesterday, was of my grandson on my lap. And that's got over 125 comments. And so here's a fun fact. Leaving out information is what makes people curious and draws them into learning more. The less you say it's Tupperware, the more they're going to ask you, what's it all about? Here's some words that work. And this could be a post. Now remember, put this in your own words. This would be about a goal achievement, doing something out of your comfort zone. Feeling fearless today, and this could just be a selfie of you, right? I never thought I could have my own biz, but I did it. Reached my first goal, and I'm beyond grateful for my mentor. What's the last comfort zone breaking thing you did? Never mentioned Tupperware. Never mentioned anything about product, a special, a sale, nothing. What I did mention is that I'm doing something out of my comfort zone. I'm feeling great about it. But what else did I said? I'm beyond grateful for my mentor. So for those people that are watching and are looking for something, I'm communicating that, guess what? I have a new business, but I also have a mentor helping me achieve my goals. And this could turn into a whole big post with people sharing what they're doing to break their comfort zones and asking you what you exactly did and what's your new business that you started. Here's another one. Have I told you I love helping my customers make meal prep easy? And maybe it's you, like with heart hands. I just got this message and it seriously made my day. Now, put the message, of course, ask for permission, but when you get those testimonials, that is gold. Ask, oh, can I share this on Facebook today? I would love to tell people about your story, and just put it in the post. Here's what, Pam said about this, and it made my day. What are you cooking tonight? Get a whole conversation going about what people are cooking. I guarantee that's going to help you identify leads, because they're going to realize that the problem you solve for that customer, you can solve for them as well. And then one more idea for you to use your profile to feed your Facebook group and build your community. I'm sharing 5 fun and fast meal prep tricks over in my Facebook group this week. Comment below if you want an invite. So having that exclusive content that you're letting your friends know about is happening, so they have to come over to your group and request to join to get it. And that could just be a picture of you in your kitchen, maybe some strategic product placement, some Tupperware behind you. And this is Nikki Micah. So for those of you that know Nikki, she is part of the Rocket region and champion. She just messaged me yesterday. And Nikki has been following my Facebook party training and my formula for success. And she said, I just had my best first week of the year ever, along with my team. She says, your training is exactly what I needed to take it to the next level. So in case you're wondering, does this stuff really work? It does. Now, here's a simple way to attract new leads and using Facebook really strategically and intentionally. And this is honestly the easiest one. Say happy birthday. So Facebook delivers birthdays to you every single day. Like, talk about a simple system to connect with people. Just go in and say happy birthday. Don't use a graphic of Tupperware. Don't mention Tupperware. Just build deeper connections with people. They'll naturally say, oh, I haven't heard from her in a while. What is she up to? And probably tap on your profile and see what you're about. Comment on other people's posts. Now, you don't want to necessarily be commenting on other Tupperware consultants' posts, because you want to attract new leads, right? So really look to identify who could be a potential customer, host, or new consultant, and start building a relationship. Use Facebook in a smart way, not talking about your business, but to build a stronger connection with real authentic connecting. And then green dots. Now, this is another magical thing Facebook does. When you go into Messenger, you can see little people's photos, the profile photo that I talked to you about at the top. And there's a green dot if they're active on Facebook at the time. And so that's a great way for you to convert. If you're following up with somebody, or there's somebody, on your list that you want to book a data party with, just stay in touch. Don't send a pitch. Don't just be like, hey, but really, first look at their profile, see what's going on in their life. Say, oh, I just saw you posted a picture of your grandson. He's so cute. How's your new year going? That's it. Just build a relationship like you do in real life. That's how you date more parties. And then join an interest group. Make sure that you are in at least one group that is a non-Tupperware group. Maybe it's a cooking group, or it could be a group moms of twins, just something where you can network and meet more people. And then last but not least, prioritize your news feed. And so again, this is built into your Facebook settings. You can tell Facebook whose post you want to see in your news feed. And so, the opposite is probably what people think, that, Facebook is only showing me posts that they want to show me. Well, you're actually telling Facebook, both by your engagement, your interaction, and in your settings, who you want to be interacting with. And so prioritize that, so you are seeing those posts of upcoming hosts, new consultants, your top customers, and that you're making sure you're keeping that connection. And then here's another fun fact. The algorithm, in case you're wondering, ranks posts by who the user interacts with, the type of media, video, number one, and the popularity of the post. That's how your posts get seen. Now, to wrap it up, I'll show you exactly how to prioritize your newsfeed for those of you that don't know. And this is on mobile view. So number one, you just go to Facebook and you click on, as you can see, that little, we call it the hamburger menu. It's those 3 lines at the very bottom. And then just scroll, scroll, scroll. It's almost at the end. You have to keep going. Look for number 2, settings. Tap that. And then you'll see news feed settings. Tap that and it will take you, that's number 3. It will take you to number 4. Prioritize who you see first. So tap that and you can actually type in the names of the people, and you can type in up to 30 people so that you can make sure the time you're spending on Facebook, you are connecting with the right people. All right. Do, my final words. Do slow down. That's how you stay out of Facebook jail. The algorithm is looking for bots. And when you do things really fast, whether it's replying back to comments really fast, you know, it's like that cat gif, the cat on the computer. Sometimes we can feel that way. Slow down. Or you're messaging people really fast. It can get you blocked because you're confusing Facebook and they think you're a bot. Do act like you do in real life. If you wouldn't say it to somebody that you were talking to in person, don't post it on Facebook. Do wait to get a response before you reply back. A message is a two-way conversation. It's not blasting out way too much information with links and graphics before somebody has actually said, yes, I want to see that, or yes, I do want to attend that party, or yes, I do want to join your group. Never share a link unless someone asks for it. And then do delete spammy posts, and do start more conversations. Feed the algorithm what it wants. You will stop the scroll and increase engagement by sharing content that is meaningful to your friends, your followers, and your community. All right, I'm back. Thank you, Jessica.
All right. Thank you so much. And let's go. Wow. Again, so much great knowledge. Wow. And so we're going to go to questions again for this segment.
Yeah.
And so go ahead and type in your questions. Learning so much. They're just all kinds of good things they're saying. Love the prioritizing, great tips. Okay. So Jessica, have I missed any questions that have already been posted maybe?
I haven't seen any yet.
Okay.
There's one from Beth Mom.
What's that?
There's one that was just posted.
Okay. Will deleting a previous post help improve my algorithms?
It couldn't hurt.
Won't hurt.
It couldn't hurt. And the same thing with Facebook groups. If you've been partying in a lot of Facebook groups and you're just abandoning those groups, the algorithm is kind of thinking like, what's up here? They're starting all these groups, but then they're not posting anything in them. So go ahead and archive any groups that were party groups that you're not posting in anymore. So
good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
I think beyond the algorithm, it's the perception and the impression that you're making when people do discover you, and they're like, oh, let me check her out. Let me see what she's about. And you've just been blasting all these messages about your business. They're gone. I mean, they're not coming back. So I would be more concerned with that than I would be the algorithm.
Okay. Let's see. You talked about the same name. Can your business page have a different name like your nickname?
Your business page could be any name. Well, I shouldn't say that. You probably have, and Pam, you can shine a light on this. Most companies have guidelines as to
Right.
how you can name your business page. You typically have to identify yourself as an independent consultant.
Exactly. You cannot sound like you're Tupperware. And
Right.
so it can be Tupperware by Pam or something like that, but they really prefer that you not use the word Tupperware and use your own identity.
Yes.
Okay. Um, this is amazing. This is very helpful. I had a specific Facebook party post. Is this okay if it's a private party?
What was the post?
She says, I have a Pacific Facebook party post. Is this okay if it's a private party? In other words, it's something she uses multiple times.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, as long as people have opted in for that content, then you're not spamming. They're
Right.
saying that's why you can talk about your business on your business page, because your fans and followers are saying, yeah, I want to learn about this business. Your friends did not sign up for that. So as long as those group members know that it's a party group, then yeah.
Okay.
If you're suddenly doing parties in a VIP group that they didn't sign up for a party group, then
Right.
that's the difference.
Okay. How do I find the right recruit that is the person that wants to be a strong seller and not a kidnapper?
Be the person you want to recruit.
There you go.
How do you find them?
Very good.
Be the
Great
person you
answer.
want to recruit. Yeah.
Yes. And honestly, I don't care what you sell, it's a numbers game. And you can't expect to get 3 recruits to become a manager and all 3 of them be amazing. If that happens to you, well, God bless you. But it's something you just have to bring in more people to find
Yeah.
those people that really connect with you.
I know. I think who was it that said today that they joined for the kit or the discount, and now
Jessica.
right, Jessica, right.
Mhm.
I'm like, wait, I heard that. Yeah. So you never, ever, ever, ever can prejudge.
Yeah, don't prejudge, don't underestimate anybody. Bring them in and treat them all equally and help them. But the cream will rise to the top. It always does. So
Yeah. And maybe
love,
she joins with a friend because she did an
yes,
unboxing and
yeah,
the friend
yes,
is the superstar.
yes. And give the attention to those that want it. Don't pound people because it doesn't help. All right. Every Facebook is a group. What does archives do?
So I think you probably mean your every Facebook party is a group.
Yeah, that's what Brenda must be saying. Mhm.
Yeah. So archive is in your group settings and it's letting Facebook know that you're not posting in that group anymore, which is typically true of a party group. A party maybe lasted 5 days and then maybe you posted, orders are on the way, final party closing. It might have been 9 days of posting total. And you had no plans to ever go back. Then you're asking them to come to your VIP group, right? It's like the party group, now come over to my VIP group because now we're besties. And that's where you're posting every day. So yeah, then if you're not posting in groups anymore from parties last year, then just go to your settings and archive them. That will actually increase your engagement in your VIP group because the
Very good.
algorithm knows that you're creating all these groups and you're not engaging in there.
Okay. And then Becky Fickelman asked, I really don't use Twitter or Instagram much. Should I still link those accounts?
No.
No. Okay.
Only like accounts that you're active in.
Should I continue to post things in past party groups? It's from Julie.
I would, post for a certain time period where, it's like the order's arriving. There should be a time. It's just like when somebody comes, just think of it, it's just like a home party, right? At the end, you want to invite them to your VIP group because otherwise you're managing way more groups than you have time in your life to ever do. So you're much better off having those people then come to your VIP, archiving that group, and now you're building loyalty at that point.
Okay. Now, Best Mom wants to know, I didn't know my mom was on Facebook, but anyways, Best Mom wants to know, how do I get to the intro section to post and tell about me?
Oh, okay. So if you go on your phone, you just open your Facebook profile and you click on the little in the top corner here. Well, now it's called the bio. So Facebook, changes every day. Right up here, let me see, is a little pencil. You guys see that?
Yep.
Click on the pencil. That's the edit. And then right underneath your cover photo, it says bio. And that's where you would
Edit it.
edit it right there.
Okay.
So all those things I talked about to optimize your profile. Right? Here's the featured photos. Remember I said there's 9 photos? See how all mine are blank?
Mm-hmm.
Only have 1. So that's what it looks like in the edit. But when you're done, it fills the whole box and it's nice and big.
Okay, good to know.
So just tap on, if you see a pencil, tap on it. That's usually where you would edit something.
Okay, so what if your friends are friends with other friends and consultants and they see their post? And what if they are similar?
Well, are they similar because they're copying? Like, why are they similar? Maybe you can shine more information.
Yeah, I think a lot of us create something and everybody uses it. And that's okay inside a party, but not on your profile.
Correctly, especially, you might have friends that is a friend that's friends with multiple Tupperware consultants. And, that's where it really starts to look like a marketing message that it's not authentic when they're in their news feed and there's your post and then there's, another Tupperware post and then another Tupperware post and they all look exactly the same. They're just tuning out to all of that. So, start to be intentional so that you prioritize your news feed to make that shift that you are not seeing Tupperware consultants post. You're seeing the post of your customers, your host, unless, it's a new consultant that you want to stay connected with, obviously, that you're being more intentional with your time on Facebook. And while it's fun to connect with your Tupperware team, of course, you love your Tupperware team. You want to,
Sure.
money.
Okay, we'll take 2 more questions. And one of them is, I've learned so much today. What is the one thing you want me to take away from here? I would say don't be scamming.
Well, it's the 3 C's.
Yeah.
That's it. Captivate, connect, convert. Everything you're posting. Is this captivating? Is it connecting with people in any way, meaningful? And then ultimately, can it help you, convert by building that stronger relationship? It doesn't even have to be about your Tupperware business because people will do business with you because they feel that connection, just the same reason you do business with people.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Lynn. We're going to give you a break again. And thank you for sharing some of your personal life with us in this series. And it was just you're so endearing to all of us. We really appreciate you and your time today. And we're so excited to bless your business too, because you're blessing ours. All right.
Thank you so much, guys. I'll be back
with
with how to go live with confidence.